Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for April the 22nd, 2024. Good morning, Ed. Good morning, Musin.
Good morning, Mom.
How are you both doing?
Good morning, Mom.
Good morning.
Doing all right. How are you?
I am in so much pain, it is just silly. It's an 11-hour drive back from Philadelphia, which I did yesterday, but man, it just wears out your back.
Right. I think had I been up there.
You know what? You missed nothing.
That is a lie, and you know it.
What did I miss? What happened that
I missed you. I missed Ross.
Okay, you missed us. Thank you.
I missed Izzy and Fiera and.
I got to meet Izzy. That was fun. Very interesting person. We went out to dinner together and had never talked with him before. Really enjoyed that conversation. And what's really interesting is sometimes when you go out with your fellow fleet mates, everything's about Star Trek Online or Star Trek. Nope, we actually had real adult conversations. It's like, woo! That was fun.
So yeah, about that Star Trek.
Yeah. No, it was so nice because after that after the next day, it turned into everybody just talking about Star Trek, which is fine, but let's be honest, do we all have this slight tendency to nerd out and forget that a conversation should have a beginning, a middle, and the end? And a lot of Star Trek people have lost that last concept.
Oh yeah, there is no end
to it.
Yes.
No, you get me started. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it started earlier.
Well, the thing is, when you're having a face-to-face conversation, at some point you just glance over to somebody else who you hope is approaching your booth or walking by, and you do something deliberate like, oh, come over here, I can't see your t-shirt, or whatever, or let me see your costume, or wow, what a cute hairstyle. Anything, and the person will just wait. You could have a 10-minute conversation, and they're waiting there to finish your Star Trek conversation.
No, there's no end to that.
No, there is no end to that.
Though I do kind of miss that.
Well,
It's one of my favorite things. Good.
Go ahead.
I was saying that's one of the things I used to do. Is either at like the smoking section at IHOP or at conventions. Is I would sit there, drink coffee, and we would just have deep conversations about the most pointless stuff in the world, like.
Well, deep conversations are fine. Deep is great. Deep you get involved with. You can interact. You can relate. Hopefully. But somebody coming up to tell you that they saw Kate Mulgrew in whatever play she was doing on the day that Katharine Hepburn died, and okay. But no. That's not the end of the conversation. That's the beginning of that conversation. And one, I don't like Kate Mulgrew, and I like her less after this weekend. And just hearing somebody's tale of watching her in a play on the day that somebody died and how he lucked out and got tickets before they went crazy expensive, and read the room. Ooh, I just heard me.
I'm almost like wondering how you can like her less after this convention.
Because she walked by our booth several times and I'd say, hi, how are you doing? Trying to do my usual conversation start, and she'd be, fine, how are you? And I'm like, oh, it's really cold in here. And she goes, uh-huh, and leaves. And it's just like, it's the opening conversation. You respond.
Yeah.
That said, we had all the tchotchke we had collected over the years, the calendars, the eagle moss, the everything else, and basically we had it all up on the table. You donate to T1 International because we had the sign that it made for T1 up and said, hey, if you donate, you can take something from the tchotchke. So, one, I got rid of almost all of the tchotchke, and two, we raised some money for T1. So, yay! And three, we got to put up ID's sign once again. So I'm thinking if we do another convention ever, probably won't, that would be a great way. Collect tchotchke and then have that up. but it's definitely a coffee morning. So since things were and we had everything given away by the end of day on Saturday, we wrapped up, went home, back to the hotel Saturday, had dinner, and then left at 2 in the morning yesterday for the drive back. Frost got home at... I know he got home because he sent me a message. 11:29 last night. So 22 hours for him to get home. What are the chances of the e-discovery business collapsing within the next 2 hours? What's the e-discovery business? I don't even know what that is, Chris. As in the electronic aspect of identifying, collecting, and producing electronically stored ESI in response to a request for production in a lawsuit or investigation? Not that kind of e-discovery? Or are we talking about the Microsoft thing, which is also discovery?
It is confused.
Sorry, somebody, of course, decided this would be the prime moment to text me. But that's okay. Let's see. Slim to none. Discovery is, well, I don't know if it's the same over there, but discovery is the legal term here. For once a suit has been progressed, a legal suit has been progressed to a certain point, discovery occurs on the side of the plaintiff and the defendant to go into the investigation of legal information. Why do you ask? E-discovery is just the electronic version. It could be either Microsoft's version or it could be any version. Having oh. Okay.
I mean, the Bell riots could happen early.
Yeah. The entire electronic database could collapse, but then we won't be talking to you for a while.
I mean, we could be living in the darkest timeline and Project Mayhem goes off. Oh wait, we don't talk about Project Mayhem.
Well, I know you're sick of your job. I know you love your dog. And I know you've been looking for other things. But, you know. Yeah, I'm technically off today from work. But I think I will call up my boss and say, hey, do you want me to come in and do payroll? I'll go in and do payroll because it's a pain in the butt. And then continue to take the rest of the day off. And then possibly make that permanent tomorrow. It was nice to kind of sleep in, but it was really nice this morning to go, I technically don't have to go do anything right now. And the dogs are like, you have to let us out. Okay, I have to let you out. But yeah, I totally get it, Chris. But money's a nice thing. I kind of like it. Anyway, on my list of stuff today, I have Disruptor Damage in Space, Zenkethi on the Ground, Tholians on Nukara. I have nothing of interest other than Disruptor Damage in Space.
I've got Phaser Damage in Space for 50,000. I've got Destroy Udine Ships of the Battle Zone. I'm going to re-roll that if I can.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Do I have... No, I do not have a re-roll token. I'll get back to that.
Okay.
and defeat. That's 60. I think that's 60. 60 Gorn on Nimbus.
Kind of solo adventures there. Let me see who's got some disruptors. Oh, Chris, I'm sorry. I've been there. I know it sucks sometimes. I don't have a solution for you, I'm sorry to say. Who has got disruptors on their ship? Not you?
It was an interesting weekend.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Frost.
Pardon?
I love Frost.
Yes.
But for some odd reason, the scene from 1776 is playing in my head.
Which scene?
When John Adams is suddenly quiet for a short period of time, and they're like, "Isn't it weird that John Adams isn't going on about independence?" Like, not having Frost in my ear this weekend was like, what is off? What is wrong?
Well, we were going to stream. I didn't bring the power supply for my computer, so we couldn't even play the game or show the game, so we just relied on talking to everybody, and I don't know that would have made a difference. The attendance wasn't huge. They gave us a really nice spot, though, because they hadn't set up the tables when we got there on Friday morning. So we got basically one of the prime spots between the two panel rooms, and we were going to live stream. Well, internet was sketchy. I didn't have my computer with me that was functioning, and it just wasn't much going on, so no Frost for anybody except me. I got Frost. I got 48 hours of Frost. No complaints. He knows how to, we can talk about something, and then the conversation does have an end, and then we'll do something, and then we'll have a different conversation that has a beginning, middle, and end. And it wasn't about Star Trek Online most of the time. The horror. Oh, Chris, I wish I could help you. I will try to win the lottery. I will go buy a ticket today. I only bought 2 things while I was at the convention, and none of them were autographs. I decided not to do that. Just not doing that this time. I'll save them for Vegas.
Want to do a counterpoint?
Yeah, we can do counterpoint.
On midnight.
Are you in game, Musin, or just chatting with us?
Sorry, I'm not in game right now.
Okay, no worries. Chris, it took them 8 weeks to get back to me, so you probably will be getting something reasonably soon. I assumed it was because of the holidays, because I was in touch with them over the holidays, but it was 8 weeks. I sent you an invitation. Yeah. Let's try that again. Oh, you're KDF, aren't you? Duh.
Yes.
Sorry, that's why.
No worries.
However, Chris, they're German, not American, but if you were an American company, sending a follow-up letter to them, because I know they probably responded to you with the initial one, sending a follow-up letter is always a good thing in America. Ascension it. There we go. That makes it a private team, though. So, can we do this with 3 people? Yeah, we do that. We do that if we seriously want the job and they haven't responded. Sometimes it's depending on how the weight goes, but usually it's hey, I'm very interested. Yeah, but one follow-up that's polite is probably fine. Because think about it, they're getting responses from around the world. If you called them if you sent them multiple emails and called them every day, that would be pestering. But one email might go across well. Can we do this with 3 people? Or shall I see if we can get... Okay, let me go get some others. If anybody out there in Viewerland would like to do Counterpoint, let us know. We'll pull you in. So while I was gone, my dog broke her toenail. Okay, not the end of the world. Broke it high and messy, and my son's like, I need to take her to the emergency vet. Okay. Do what you think's right, and I'm thinking, oh, God, like I need to spend another $1,000 today. But it was only $250 to have them trim her toenail. But now she's bandaged. She's got her footy bandage wrapped up. It's red and white and it's taped on. She has to go back to a different vet today to have them take off the bandages. Because, money. If anybody out there in Chatland would like to join us for a little Counterpoint, you're more than welcome. Otherwise, I can put it on normal and we can probably take it.
You heard about Jesse, right?
No. I've been gone.
Jesse Heisnick is now senior game designer level 2 at Blizzard, working on WoW Classic.
I'm not a fan of Blizzard, but I love Jesse, so I wish him the best. Maybe he will bring Blizzard around to where I love them again. Well, looks like we're not going to get any takers here. Let me jump into it. I don't see anyone up in Accolades, but let's see if Accolades is awake. Well, hopefully he had that all lined up before he left Stowe. I'm going to bet he had that all lined up to go. I will be on tonight because I was supposed to be driving home tonight and wasn't going to plan to do anything, so my whole night's free. So I will be on, and we will begin the build of the Von Marcus Memorial Uberquacken. A couple people said they would send me their pet build so we could start figuring out what we're going to do. I will create a new tune for Hughes Heroes. We'll create a new one, and we can go from there. I think we'll go Federation, though. I guess it's just us, so I'm going to put it on normal.
Okay.
And we should be able to do this.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot involved in the build of the Quacken.
Yes, it took him years.
Yeah, but, I kind of know what was in there.
Cool. If you've got any info and you want to send it to me, that'd be great.
I know 70+ percentage of his build.
Well, a huge part of his time in getting that built was the fact that he needed to raise funds for it.
Yeah.
So,
that. But there were specific things, consoles, trays, ships that he got.
Right.
That I was actually pointing out to him, so I actually know what he got of those that was on there.
That was actually one of our last conversations with him, is we were having what additional consoles can help with the pet build. It was a week before he passed away. So yeah, he was still perfecting the Quacken. Well, so much for disruptor damage in space.
That's my phaser damage.
Since I'm off today, I'll put together a new liberated Borg. Let's see, we've got liberated human Borgs, liberated what else Borgs? I've got a... Do I have a Kling... Well, I can't do Klingon, so that won't work. Are there liberated Romulan Borgs?
There are.
Okay. And do we have a recruit thing going on right now?
Uh...
I think we still have like a
Yes.
Delta recruit going on, don't we?
I believe so, yes.
I'm just working on portals. I closed. Thank you. So having noticed that every time I go to a convention, somebody in the fleet dies, I think I'm not doing any more conventions. As a vendor. I'll just go as a guest. On occasion. If they're close. Unless something cool happens.
I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, God, no, I was thinking about that. It's been bad. My husband dies just before Gaze in Space a year ago. Canadian Duffy died at Chicago Convention. Ed last year while I was in Vegas. This year, other Duffy. Yeah, no, I'm fine. I don't have to kill anybody else.
I don't think you killed them.
Yeah, it's just they're dead. And I was at a convention, and it's very coincidental. Yes. I've got 14 seconds here. I'll ignore these guys then. We got 10 portals, so we did good.
What's the statement? Correlation doesn't.
Correlation does not imply correlation does not imply causation.
Yes.
Boy, and I can say those fancy words with only half of a cup of coffee this morning. Even the dogs this morning were like, "Yeah, we can sleep in a little bit longer," which is not like the dogs. Well, we're very happy that I came home, and we're very happy to play cuddle in bed, but not their typical manic or very depressed state, so it was good. My son did a great job keeping them happy. Good morning, Julie! We are the Momulans. We have Borg Romulans. That's a good thought. So I did buy a book while I was in Vegas. The author was there. It's not a Star Trek book. He was just an author. And he said, "How do you want this inscribed?" I said, "Can you make it to Mom?" He goes, "To Mom." I was like, "Yeah, long story." And he looks around at the room that is filled with people lined up to see Janeway and absolutely nobody at the vendors. He's like, "I've got time."
that work out?
What, talking to him? It was fine. It was fine. He was very...
One of those, after the story is done, he's like,
No, he's a vendor, so he totally gets how to talk to people. And we're both very aware that there's the potential he could sell his stuff to somebody else in the room, so I'm prepared to get out of his way. Well, Chris, as they say, if they'd done it in the first season, this wouldn't be the last season.
So I was on Reddit and someone posted up a photo from some of the sound stages at Universal.
Yeah.
And Quantum Leap is still currently on the marquee.
Oh.
Of current shooting events. It's like, is there something we need to know, or has someone not done their job and cleaned the marquee?
I'm going to tell you that somebody's not doing their job. My mic is very loud and booming. Thank you. I don't know why. Is that any better, Cliff? I don't know why my mic gets loud. Oh, I was gone on Thursday, and I'll bet Microsoft's update decided to futz with my computer settings. Because it likes to do that. Well, Chris, when they were doing Season 5, it was not with the full knowledge that it would be the last season.
Yeah, they were actually in early production for Season 6.
Yeah. So if there's a looming sense of something... Who joined us there? It's Obi-Wan. Good morning, Obi-Wan.
I didn't do it.
You didn't do it. No, that's okay. That's okay. We're not going to blame you this time. Well, we have cleaned up Tarek Nor. I can go back to playing Taxi Driver here. The next 2 minutes and 47 seconds. How was your weekend, Obi-Wan?
Good question. Actually, really great.
Oh, good.
I went to a close buddy's birthday show. He's in a band. He's in a full band. So.
Oh, sweet.
So as a jazz band, I learned that I'd never want to see jazz live for the rest of my life.
Riker is weeping.
They just don't stop. I'm like, can we have like a thought process from the beginning of the song to the end of the song? That'd be really cool.
In other words, they're kind of like people at Star Trek conventions, not really good with ending.
So there's that, and then he played his band, which was great, and they're more like kind of modern American rock, and I love that. I love their band, so.
And they know how to end?
Yeah, no, they know how to end. It was his birthday, and like the band in between did like a little, like really cool, rocky, perky kind of birthday sing along, which is awesome because like his whole family showed up, and the bands and friends and family all showed up. So it was like literally everyone I knew. I knew like
that's nice.
People at the party, so that was great. It was really fun. And then after that, we went to a bar that could maybe house 30 people, and
how many people did you have?
Like 12.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking you're going to tell me you had 60.
No. No, but it closes, or like I don't know. It's basically a bar for like industry, so it's like it's all other bartenders that go there, or people that are from the band of the bartenders
Oh yeah.
that go there. And, so that was really fun because we just cranked the music and were really obnoxious and rewrote all the songs to all of our favorite songs with dirty lyrics. That was really
Even better.
It was fun. It was silly. So that was a good Friday. That was pretty much my weekend. All was on Friday. So yeah, I'd say that's a.
It sounds like you had a good one.
Great birthday for my friend. We had a great time. I think everyone should celebrate their birthdays like that if they want to party that.
I'm getting to the point where if it's past 8 o'clock, I'm just like, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. But it probably doesn't help that I get up at 4 in the morning. So.
I didn't even want to go. I was dreading going. I was
No.
like, oh, we gotta listen to jazz for this part of this. I don't think I want to come here with it, dude.
I took my son to a local jazz club about 3 months ago. They had brought in somebody from South America who was like the bomb when it came to jazz singing. And my boss had given us fantastic
cool.
tickets. And we got there, and it's very, very upscale. We were massively underdressed for it. And I guess she's got a real clientele, but we were in the front row right up on stage. And he and I both looked at each other and realized she was coked out of her brain. She's just kind of up there. And I'm sure it was fine singing, but wow. That was just the weirdest thing. So about intermission, we're like, can we settle the bill? Oh, it's only halfway done. It's done. They were all surprised.
Yep, I've seen that before. That's funny.
Let's see if I can take out the ship here.
That's funny. Bit of an experience there.
Many years ago, when my son was maybe 13, the nurses that I worked with at the hospital and I decided we're all going to go see cats because one of the girls just loved cats. I'd never seen cats.
Whoa, boy.
And we went as a group. So at the halfway point, the 7 of us who had never seen cats were doing the, yeah, that's interesting. And that's
Very
become
Jellicoe time.
Yeah, exactly. So we now have this running
Yep.
joke when something's just completely out of our wheelhouse. We look at each other and go, "Cats." And this woman was definitely a cats moment.
I think the greatest moment of pretty much Cats was Clerks 2 came out.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
when it came
Okay.
out, it was, I forgot what year, maybe 2009, I think? I don't exactly. I'm the oldest on my dad's side of the family as a kid, and or his parents' grandson side. And when that came out, I'm pretty sure I was like 17. So I think that's fair enough to see that movie. I guess if you're going with your dad. The best part was he brought his brother, and his brother's a year younger, 2 years younger, and my uncle brought his kids, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be the greatest movie experience ever. This is gonna be stupid. Because his oldest, my cousin, is 2 years younger than me. My sister is 2.5 years younger than me. That's my only sibling, my one sister. But my cousin has a younger brother and sister who are 2 years younger than them, and then 2 years younger of the youngest cousin. So it's, we're freaking like an 11-year-old. Stupid movie.
So I saw Passion of the Christ opening night with the entire congregation of a Baptist church.
Oh, that must have
That's
been
amazing.
interesting.
And the horrified look on their face when they watched it. and went, "Wait, where is that in the Bible? It's never been depicted that horror, that graphic before." It's like, but that's the reality.
Yep.
If you believe this story, that is what it looked like.
So wild.
Yeah, that must have messed with them.
I don't remember this chapter.
No, it's in there. That's how they did it to the others, you know.
Yep.
And it wasn't so much to torture the individual as it was to make a spectacle for everybody else. This could happen to you.
I mean, the thing I'll never forget was watching my poor uncle, because the seating arrangement was also the funniest thing. Because it was like me and my cousin, and my dad to my right. And my dad sat next to his uncle, next to his brother, and then my uncle sat next to his second youngest, and then his daughter on the far end. And me and my cousin already knew that was probably a stupid idea. So we were just more waiting for the punchline of, when is Uncle going to try to cover the eyes of the younger kids at the point of the movie? And that had happened a couple times already, but towards the end of the movie, if anyone's seen Clerks 2, you know exactly what scene my poor uncle did not have enough hands.
I have not seen Clerks 2 since it came out. So, however many years ago that was.
It's a donkey show, so what was the scene?
Oh, yep, nope.
We were crying laughing.
I think I have to go watch that again.
3's out too, and
No.
it came out a couple years ago.
Really?
It's a completely different experience of a movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil any of it, but
yeah, definitely watch 2 because
it's some of the best acting I've seen from some of the actors that are in that storyline, and it's actually, well, I don't know if you would disagree, Gaming, but I think it's some of the best acting they've done in their series of in anything that they've worked in. It's great.
I'm a Kevin Smith stan, so don't worry.
Okay, cheers.
Yeah, and I know what was going on in Jay's life at the time, so.
Dude, I'm so proud of that dude. That guy's a fucking. He just gets cooler over time. He just gets cooler.
You actually.
Cheers to
follow
him. Yeah, he's just. Cheers to him. Good on him.
Too much Fortnite for my taste.
Yeah, I saw the streams.
So he actually has it in his rider that they have to keep a gaming station open for him
Oh my god.
at conventions.
Yeah.
So he is contractually has
Bound.
downtime and access to a computer.
Cliff says, no F-bombs, please. We're British. The weekend involved a fair amount of words that I don't typically use. It was... most Star Trek conventions have lots and lots of little kids. This one did not have lots and lots of little kids. So one, that was very prevalent there. And the second thing that got me was the number of guests, I think that is the correct term, talent,
Oh, that's cool.
who were indulging in consumables while talking.
It was the 420 weekend.
Was it? Oh, that explains it.
I couldn't tell, dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
It was 420.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live in Oakland. I couldn't tell. I went to go get tacos. I couldn't tell, dude.
It was a holiday weekend.
Okay, so I'm in Indiana where that's not legal. We're still one of the states where it's not legal. And it doesn't stop anybody from using it, but it's very much behind the scenes. And, and I'm getting to this convention going, what the... And everybody, the talent, the people who work there... And I didn't even put it together till you guys just said that.
From the land where we get hypey and go dumb. It's where all the rappers be getting their lingo from.
apparently several of the talent had to excuse themselves because they were having negative reactions. Consumables, yes. That's my nice way of saying it, because this eventually winds up on YouTube, and there's certain things YouTube doesn't like you to say. But you can say consumables. I happen to be on the consumables tab, and there's absolutely none of that in here. There's just a bunch of batteries.
Very silly.
Consumables. Get it? They're consumables. Very good, Cliff.
I did security for anime conventions for like 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time.
Yeah, most people burn out their first year and never come back to actually staff the conventions.
Yep.
Wait, 20 years? Are you in Texas?
Yes.
You've done id? You've done QuakeCon?
A-Con.
QuakeCon, yes.
A-KON. A-Con.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, I figured if you were doing it for 20 years, you've probably done a QuakeCon. Maybe one.
No. I know people who have worked QuakeCon. But no. Primarily A-Con, Shimicon, a couple others here and there. But
yes, I know those. Nice.
But yeah, no. I would show up Wednesday, so day -0, -1.
Yep.
And
the party day, the first one is crazy, dude.
Not even party day. The staff shows up and gets things going, right? And I would work my ass off from, sorry for the language, from Wednesday up until closing ceremony around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And then and only then would I cut loose.
I did security the first year, got there on Wednesday, ready to work. They didn't have me on the list, even though I had multiple emails telling me when to be there. I said, fine, just, give me something to do. Well, we don't really have anybody in charge. This is Anime Central. Anticipated attendance is 20,000 people. Day before, they haven't even made to-do lists. I'm like, fine, just send me to admin and I'll give them a hand there. Oh, you can't do that. You have to be approved by the board. Okay, here I am a day early. Admittedly, I live in town. How can I help? We don't know. So, well, that was a really interesting introduction. So I did wind up doing something and finally said part of the agreement is I get a room and food at night. Oh, we don't have rooms for people this year. So where do you expect your security team to come from tomorrow when all these people leave?
Yeah, what, locals are just going to show up and sign up? No.
No. By day 2, everybody or day 1 at the convention, everybody comes in. If they're underage, they're probably drunk. If they're of age, they're also probably still drunk.
Yep.
And yet, that was the last year I did security.
I mean, look at what happened to TwitchCon last year. I was there.
Oh, I wasn't at TwitchCon. What happened?
Oh, a ton of people got fucking robbed. So that's cool. I was like, I had a bunch of friends that were there as
and wasn't it the year before that it was the ball pit the foam pit incident?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm still surprised that they have been.
This Las Vegas one, a ton of people got robbed. They just left stuff out, and people were like, "Okay, we're gonna rob all of you at night." I'm like, wait, what? Like, your own staffing doesn't have someone for this, or the event doesn't have staffing for this? Like, no, we just let everyone's,
no,
little kiosk, whatever, open at night, and the second the event times are over, like, the security for the access to the, event kiosk area, those security just leave. And so does the people that are working it. So
yeah,
I'm like, wait, so you could just walk right into the staffing area for TwitchCon? They're like, yeah, there's no one there.
God.
I was like, wait a minute, this sounds really sus. They're like, no, it's that easy. You just like, oh, the event's over officially at like 5 p.m. Oh, cool. well, I want to steal T-shirts and free
Yeah.
merch and QR codes for things. I'll just walk in. Who's going to stop me? Nobody. And that was their security. I was like, way to go, TwitchCon. Good job.
Yeah, we had a line that our quote unquote security staff were not loss prevention, and we really couldn't even call ourselves security because that would imply liability.
Yeah,
So
which means time after the event ends and they cover your stuff.
Yeah.
But no,
So
they didn't do that.
yeah, so we were con patrol. We were basically, the high vis vest crossing guard.
Mm-hmm. They had no security that I'm aware of. At least they weren't very public. And we didn't have locked rooms to put stuff in. So you could completely break down at night, or things you didn't mind disappearing could be left there. So things I didn't mind disappearing got left there. And still, nobody stole anything. But probably not for any good reason. I mean, probably they're going after other stuff.
Because they didn't know. They didn't know to look. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm about as subtle as a bag of hammers, but I like
that. I'm using that.
I did have 2 Moopsy with me, and I only brought 1 Moopsy home, but it wasn't stolen, it was given away. A lot of people came up to Moopsy and were like, what is that? Okay, I had one of my uniforms that I had partially stuffed with some batting, kind of flopped over the table, and I had some flesh-colored gloves, kind of partially stuffed, and a full face mask and wig, partially stuffed, so it was kind of a collapsing body and Moopsy on top of it. And everybody who was in the know got it. Everybody who didn't were like, okay, I don't get that, and you have to explain the whole Moopsy thing. So of all that stuff there, Moopsy and the Eagle Moss were the only 2 things that came back with me in the evening to the hotel. Because I probably could have left Moopsy there, except that some little kid would have thought it was cute. But all the Eagle Moss are now gone. Yay! And I don't have to move them from place to place anymore. Yay! And we raised money for a good cause. Yay!
Nice.
I see Chris has logged off. I wonder if we lost Chris. Good morning, Wolfie.
So the banner came out well?
The banner.
I don't think the poster for
The poster came out great. Yeah, it's the same poster I used in Indy. So.
Yeah.
And wherever else. Oh, it was the game that kicked Chris out. Okay, Chris. Yeah, it's the game. Mr. Internet is not our friend. Good morning, Wolfie.
Yeah, but, there was one year, I think it was 2016, after my dad passed, I went to the convention just as a guest. Right? Just as a normal attendee.
Uh-huh.
By Friday, I was manning a door.
Yeah. No, I was deliberate. In the years after ASIN, when my attempts to be security were disastrous, I'm just like, no, I'm going. And no, I'm not going to volunteer to help. You've got all year to plan this out. That you don't get it right is your problem. Okay. How's everybody doing? I'm tired, Wolfie. I drove back from Philadelphia yesterday, starting at 2 a.m. 3 a.m. is when I actually hit the road yesterday, because I got smart for once. And got home at 1:30.
Hitting the road at 3 is smart?
In Philadelphia, yeah. It took me over an hour to make the 5 miles from the edge of town to the hotel, driving in. Leaving, it took maybe 7 or 8 minutes to get that same route back.
I only did it once. I don't know enough about that.
Yeah, it's so much.
I don't know how good or bad that is. But
no, it was. We were arriving in rush hour in a big city, which is very old. So smaller streets, a lot of one-way streets, no way to get anywhere.
Yeah. I know of the one-ways.
It's like going to South Padre for the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Getting onto the island, maybe 30 minutes. Getting off of it, you might as well get a hotel room.
All I know is when I was in Jersey/Philadelphia for the short time, it was during that insane storm that hit Chicago. When Chicago called the National Guard.
Oh, what was that?
I was in Philly for that.
When
storm.
did Chicago call the National Guard?
19 or 18? I don't remember.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's
So,
19. It was like toward the end of COVID. It was crazy.
so that would have been 21 into COVID. 21, 22.
Oh no, maybe not. Oh no, maybe this was before COVID then.
Okay.
I don't remember. It was. I just remember Chicago going, if you're over this age or if you're under this age and you go outside, you will die. And I was like, that's a little extreme.
It sounds like
And
Chicago.
then they're like, no, that's actually like the science behind it. I was like, oh, that's a little scary.
That's Chicago for you. Did you?
Well, yeah, they were wind chill. The wind chill's real. It was...
Yeah, I know. I lived there.
So that's and so I was in Jersey, and then we went to Philly for one of apparently the coldest night of that whole winter. To go see a concert, whatever. With
Of course.
my ex.
Hang on one sec. Does anyone want to do another mission before we hit the end of the morning?
Yes.
Chris? Okay, what do we want to do? Obi-Wan, you want to join us? Are you
And uploading it right now?
Okay. Chris, do you have anything on your list? Chris got kicked out and then came back being respawn defeated, which happens to me a lot. I thought it was just me.
Can't log in defeated. That's crazy.
I know I'm not working today,
yeah.
but I'm going to go call my boss and see if she wants me to do payroll for her, because I do it every week and have done it every week for 3 years. And she said, oh, I'll do it this week. And I'm walking her through all the things, and I just realized maybe I'll make her life easier and go do it.
How long do I have on the daily? Or the...
Counterpoint? You have till noon. But we just wrapped that one, so we're still in cooldown.
Up till noon for 20 attempts.
Oh, for what? Oh, for the event? Sorry, I thought you meant for daily.
I do have till
got
noon.
till May 2nd.
Oh, no. I have a month. I have exactly 30 days.
For what?
The next event thing. The Ryzian Festival thing.
No, that hasn't been announced yet.
12/5/23. It's right. It's in...
23.
Oh, I can't read. Okay. No, fair enough.
So we're doing the first contact event right now, and that's through May 2nd.
I also won't make that for... Okay.
Well, I won't take a random since we have got Id with us.
We
don't
drop
have...
me.
Okay, we don't have Id with us.
Endeavors. Do I have endeavors? Because I'm not making the other one. What do we got here?
Obi-Wan, I sent you an invitation. So if you will accept that and let us know what your endeavors are, and we'll grab something.
Well, the Universal is the Task Force Operations queue for Counterpoint.
Right, which we just
I'm sure
finished,
you
so...
guys don't want to do.
Yeah, just did that one.
I could do a Dyson Sphere. That's my red.
Yeah, there's no teams for Dyson Sphere, though. I mean, it's all individual stuff in Dyson Sphere.
Yeah.
Unless, Chris, you've got something in Dyson Sphere? Id, don't you have Undine?
Equipment salvage.
That's a private one, too.
I can do that to nobody because I have nothing salvaged. We're just gonna reroll.
Okay. Wolfie says, I am also tired. Haven't been sleeping properly the last 3 days. Ditto. Trying to get my nocturnal clock to move over is a nightmare. Trying to get to a point where I sleep at night so I won't be exhausted at the dentist when I go for gum surgery. But this whole plan is backfiring. Now I don't get any sleep at all. I think I'm just going to go back to nocturnal mode. At least that way I'll get 3 hours sleep in. Chris has 30 Borg ships, so that sounds to me like we could do a Hive Onslaught.
Harvest crappy
Or-
material from nodes.
Or actually, you
Let's
know
see.
what? Rather than Hive Onslaught, what about...
I'm gonna reroll that one because I just don't want to do it.
What about Kittimer Vortex? That'll give you your 30 Borg ships with all the little probes there. Does that work for you, Chris?
Well, I can do that on my own time. Destroy Undine ships in the battle zone. That's really easy.
That is. Let me hit Kittimer Vortex here if you guys are all
Easy.
set. Oops, I'm in the wrong part of the
down. Let's go.
map. Yeah, Wolfie, I got room for you.
Wolfie.
Wolfie, are you in game? I'm just not seeing you, Wolfie. Okay, jump in the game, Wolfie, and we'll do that one.
Yeah.
So, Wolfie, we've been in Philadelphia for the DN Icon, but while the hotel bed is very comfortable, the pillows are like super big, fluffy pillows, and I couldn't get comfortable in this stupid bed. You know, it's like, okay, I'm not warm enough. No, I'm too warm. No, the pillow's too high. No, the pillow's not high enough. So, got home yesterday, played with the dogs, thanked my son, did some liaison work with him. Dogs can't go out for a walk until Fifi's foot is better. And I just sat down just for a moment. I just sat down for a moment on the couch. And all of a sudden I'm sound asleep on the couch with both dogs sound asleep on the couch. It's a GSQ. Hi, GSQ. We are going to do a show tonight since I'm home ahead of schedule. Wasn't supposed to get in until like midnight. Is that what we came up with? No, I was supposed to get home this afternoon. That was it. Not tonight. But I was going to take the evening off. But I'm home, so we are going to start working on the Uberquacken tonight. The Von Marcus Memorial Uberquacken. I will create a new Borgie tune to put into his fleet. And we will start building a ship. Let's redo that there. I'm not seeing you, Wolfie. Am I just missing you? There you are.
I know Cryptic will never give it to us, or even Deca. So I'm gonna start giving people my username and password for this game
Oh?
as a legacy option.
Oh.
Just make sure they click on the, refined lithium when they log in.
Hell, I don't care if they hit the sort inventory. Once I'm gone...
That's a dangerous button.
Are you planning on leaving id?
Are you crazy?
No, but...
Just in case we have another Ed adventure or Von Marcus adventure?
Exactly.
Yeah.
If the unthinkable should happen, I want one of y'all to have my account.
Okay, but make sure somebody's got access to it now, because otherwise when they go to do the check-in and they need to hit the email to verify access, that becomes a problem.
Yeah, those perma unlocks or logouts are...
There's only 4 of us because I did this as private, so let's work in the same direction. How about everybody go left first, and then we'll go hit the right side? Does that work?
Are we still talking about in-game?
Pardon?
Yes.
Well, since I'm never going to die, I'm not going to give anybody my password. Actually,
that's kind of how I feel for most of my games. I'm like, you guys kind of suck. I got this covered.
My son's got all of my passwords already. And my email for the backup.
Pretty tough to outsell mom as like a game tag. Very, it's very, I don't know, final or very. You're gonna top that? No.
Go. This poor Toon never gets out to play, so she's having fun today. I will say that DN Icon probably has the lowest percentage of Stowe players, which I thought was unusual.
I saw 5 people I haven't seen log into Steam today.
Wow.
STO. Yeah. So, I don't know. I also saw them log into Helldivers today. So
Yeah, there's a lot of
like,
people playing Helldivers.
Let's go, baby. There's only democracy. If you're not doing that.
I want to do Helldivers, but I'm afraid by the time I get into it and enjoying it...
No.
No?
Mom, if you need a level 100 big daddy gangster to carry you through Helldivers, I will do it.
Well, my concern is by the time I get into it, it'll be, fading out again.
Nope.
Because I did that with Titanfall. I really got into it, but by the time I really got into it, it was already done.
Saying like, oh, it's gonna die. Oh, it's second last. I'm like, all right, you sound like Cartman talking shit on like a video game. That's how bad you guys sound right now. They're like, no, because my game is cooler than your game. I'm like, that's not how the internet works. And also, this is scratching a lot of itches that a lot of FPS, like old school FPS gamers have been fucking waiting for. It's not the people that think Overwatch is cool. Those people, they're not gonna hold any game. They're not gonna keep any game alive because they already proved that they can't keep their own game alive.
I think the concern I've got is people in games can be dilettantes, really into it right now and then out.
Brain rot. That's modern day great game rot. That's COD game rot. That's what that is.
I think that Overwatch was killed by Blizzard more so than by its players.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was.
But Jesse's with Blizzard now. He'll save us all.
Oh no.
Wait, who would even want to work with Blizzard anymore?
Hey,
people that like money.
Yeah.
Generally.
Oh yeah.
Someone who
needs a job.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. People that like money immediately, but not long term. They don't like security or,
Well, I don't think devs get a lot of security no matter what.
Well, I mean, every game company's proved that that's not a thing anymore. So, what I'm really looking at right now is the new studio that what is it? The guy that did all the Doom music, Mick Gordon. He posted a new post of the new studio he joined, and it's basically a bunch of grumpy about their past experiences company. And I'm like, oh, it's Rebels. I love this. Oh, is it like real Rebels or like gamer fuck everybody else Rebels? They're like, oh yeah, no, we're fuck everybody else Rebels, and we're gonna make our own shooter. And then I looked at the roster of who's building it. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is really stacked. It's like Unreal Tournament, the good Doom Quake people, the good Call of Duty or early Call of Duty /
Chris, did you get your 30?
You did.
Chris was looking for 30 Borgies.
I didn't last hit anything, so he should at least have an easy shot.
Well, I think you still get team kills.
You do.
So he should.
Yeah, we do.
What? Oh, are we in normal? No, we're in advanced. There they are. Just waiting for these guys to come through.
We've been trying to hit the gateway guys just so that there are more targets that are being hit by the squad, so he could count. But...
Cliff reminds us, PG stream, please. Thank you, Chris.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Sorry. Forgive me, I cussed like a sailor.
Oh, no.
So probably,
Well, you know Izzy, so...
Yeah.
So the charming and wonderful and interesting as he was, there were a lot of words I don't use very often in those conversations.
I'll replace everything with Dookie shoes. Because it sounds silly.
There are some words Izzy uses that I just don't have enough melon in my skin to say.
I like that term. I don't have enough melon in my skin to say. That's pretty cool.
Well, I'm Swedish. If I was any whiter, I'd be blue. Cliff says, this is the place I go to get away from toxic streamers. Well, thank you, Cliff. I like that phrase. I think I will use it, because sometimes I let people say what they want to, because I want this to be a place where you can feel comfortable, but that's a really good point. Thank you. I will try to get back to my old school mom ways.
That's really cool. I appreciate that, too. What was that? Who did that grid thing on me? I know I don't have that.
We can all come up here and shoot the Valdor. Pew, 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 I'm helping.
You hit my ship with a big green emote looking thing.
The big green sphere thing? I thought that was the shield boost. Or shield heal.
Yeah, it looked like a shield boost.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, do that for me.
Well, there is freedom of speech, and then there's, what level you're setting your fleet for. And we tried to always make this fleet-friendly and family-friendly. But that's an excellent reminder, and thank you. I'm quite sincere. I shall get the little Tilly thing, language, and put that onto my Stream Deck in my infinite spare time. Which hopefully after tomorrow I will have spare time.
So yeah, I guess inviting characters to fleet only works when the character is online.
Yeah.
I see.
Why, did you get invitations while you were offline?
No, I would actually like it if they could let us send an invitation that would queue up for when the person comes online.
Oh, it should. No, because I get invitations all the time when I'm... Well, of course, you can't invite them to fleet does work when you're offline. It should. Because I've invited people to fleets when they're offline, just attaching it to their tune.
Because I'm getting an error message every time I'm trying to invite a character.
Maybe that's a system thing then.
Yep, and it's still delayed from when you send it and when you receive it. That's...
Alright, I'm going to go get dressed, everybody, and get ready to maybe go into work. And if I'm not going into work, I'm going to go work in my backyard and take the dogs to the vet and all that exciting stuff we get to do. So I will be on tonight from 7 till 9. If you have ideas or thoughts about the Uber Quacken, I will build a new tune, and I will put it on my main account because I have access to so many more ships there. Yeah. So feel free to join us in about 12 hours. And this is going to be a long-term build. We're not going to get it all built tonight, but feel free to join us. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day. And as we say, stay moopsin'. Whoopsie, whoopsie.